Grown Man Record Night broadcast in front of a live studio audience. Say, oh wow, off kilter, but I like it.
Hey, I got a lot of room over here to punch the air.
What do you mean? No, Jay.
Punch the air.
Get it. You're good, right there.
Punch the air.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh wow, we could stand up and dance.
Oh.
No, Jay.
Tilt it down if you're going to do anything, just a little bit.
No,
Stop.
no, that's good.
Stop. Walk away.
Walk away.
Walk away, Jay.
Walk away,
Most importantly, move your gut out in front of you. Now you put the light. No.
Walk away.
Now the damn light stand is in the damn shot. Look in the viewfinder while you're doing it. How about
It's
that?
hard to do. He's when he's on the other side. He's on this side of the camera.
Yeah, that's a room 1 o'clock right there.
Zoom in. I can already tell you zoom in. Stop.
Let's do that.
Walk away. Walk away.
Let's do it like that.
I should have offered to walk around.
And that's no, that's the bars. I thought that was the light stand, so now I'm. Never mind. All right, thanks for joining us, Grown Man Record Night.
I'm glad you could share that moment.
I was
with you.
five days off this past week, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I didn't really even realize today was Friday, and I was very happy.
You worked.
Yeah, I worked, and then I was just like, somebody was like, "Oh man, you get ready for the show tonight." I'm
We
like,
worked on one together, didn't we?
earlier this week.
That was interesting.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Y'all needed another camera, so I thought I need to get some shots of who you're with, so I'll just go with and be second camera and get what I need. Kill two birds.
It was me, Steve, and the Bone Zone.
Oh, wait, you don't shoot that terrible Dash commercial.
Nope. Next
There has
question.
to be Bone Zone stories
Yeah.
for me to hear from that.
Next
That
question.
commercial's terrible. They got some really, really bad actors to do that.
I don't know
It does what?
They're not
The audience doesn't
Dash,
even
the Dash
know
commercial.
what you're talking about.
It's our local minor league team.
Minor league ball team. That's how sports sound.
I'll say, I'm sorry to lose the audience, but there's actually nothing worse than the radio spot for the Greensboro Grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers, yeah.
It's some like probably 59, a 59-year-old woman. She's probably the ad agency, and she writes her own clever little jingle, and she sings it because she still
Singing
thinks
is a
she's a
stretch.
great singer.
Yeah, singing.
Everybody's already cut this off.
And all she has is a drum machine.
I found some chili sauce left over up here.
Don't put that in your drink.
Okay.
No, I found it up here.
Let's focus. Let's focus.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So yeah, after a long
All the
vacation,
birthday
came back
people.
and got back to work, and I didn't buy any records this week. So, but Steve's got some records,
He
and
wasn't at work.
Jay's got some stuff.
You got a
and
record.
I
We'll
do
talk
got a
about
record.
it.
So we got some stuff to talk about, some things to do. That reminds me, saying that, I did get to watch a Mr. Rogers this week while I was off. That was pretty cool. And if you notice, we're still on our damn backup camera.
You also watched Summer Rental, didn't you?
Oh, of course. If you
I
wa-
thought you were going to show it last Friday, and you didn't show it.
It's a good base.
You know, if you've watched the program the past couple of weeks,
It's a good base.
it is a good base.
Thank you.
You will know that last week, to start summertime, I've always watched Summer Rental. And actually, we talked about these drinks. The Corvette Summers we're drinking tonight. I think Brohammer said he was working on one himself. Tequila, grapefruit, tonic, lime. Good business. And a very summertimey drink.
A little too refreshing sometimes.
Brisk, crisp,
I can taste the sun in that.
clean.
I can taste the sun.
Absolutely. Taste the scar.
What?
Corvette Summer.
Right.
Mark Hamill.
Oh.
Scar. That's where he got the scar.
Yeah.
Anyhow, watched the Summer Rental and kicked off the old summer last week. And
Probably Summer Rental. No, Summer Rental.
probably Summer
Corvette
Rental.
Summer. Corvette Summer was probably what originated the Tauntaun, which is the creature that scratches.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, because
Yeah.
that's right.
So
That's
it
probably where that
was
came
the
from.
origin of the Tauntaun was like from Corvette Summer
Yeah.
by accident.
Yes. Like in the land of make-believe. Neighborhood of make-believe.
Neighborhood?
That's where I went this
Bill
week.
right now?
That's where I went this week. neighborhood of make-believe.
You find yourself ever going to This Week in Music History like 2 days or a day before this show?
I used to.
You
I don't
probably know it.
I don't
'cause,
do that
Oh, they're
anymore.
doing the birthdays. Oh, they're
I'm,
doing-
yeah, I'm trying
This
to
day and-
stay away from
Every Sunday.
birthdays.
But
and
it's
death.
always good to know what the hell happened. It's
Try
just
to stay away
curious.
from birthdays and death.
It's
Like you've been in it 2016.
but I think it's like sometimes it does help you revisit things in your collection maybe you've neglected, but you'll realize like, oh, it's somebody's birthday and they're from some random band that you've not really listened to in a while. I can see that, but I don't know. There's so much of that every week. Somebody always died, somebody always birthday you can find every week. So it works. I mean, in the music world.
It was Kerry King's birthday today.
In the music world is what I'm saying.
It was Kerry King's birthday today.
Yeah. See, I mean, you can do that, but that's a good. It's a good reference. Except like with Slayer, I don't have any Slayer.
Should play some Metallica.
But you
Yeah.
touched his pedal board or something.
I
didn't
did touch Kerry King's pedal board when we opened for him in Hoplanta. That was a good time, I think.
you? In fact, I'll
Probably.
tell you whose birthdays it is that I thought was interesting. Allen,
Okay.
Allen Ginsberg,
Yeah.
Ian Hunter, Mott the Hoople,
Yeah.
Curtis Mayfield, Michael Clark, who's the drummer for the Birds and
Michael Clark
Flying
Duncan?
Burrito Brothers. No, Billy Powell, who's a keyboard player for Leonard Skinner,
Yeah.
and Kerry King. And I know there's others, but I don't give a shit. About
Bug Pal. Yeah.
like Susie Quattro. Happy birthday, Susie Quattro!
You know, it's
the one
interesting.
that's
Volkswagen named a car.
I didn't get to it. I was going to play some Doors earlier, and I forgot. But I read this article. It came out this week. It's the only real thing in news that I've got going on here.
Like my farts.
Yes. So Roger Daltrey came out this week, and
he came out?
was basically saying the music business is done. It's done. He's like, why would the Who make another record?
See me,
Because
Yeah.
you're losing money on you're
feel my
using your
bone.
own money to make a record that you're never going to get any of the money back.
Right, he's right.
He's saying it's done.
Why would you put another album out? Fuck it.
And he's like, people talk about, you make money off streaming, and the quote is like basically bullshit. No, you're not. You're getting ripped off.
You make money when you kiss up to the producers. Is what you do. That's what.
But as I've always said, even back when in the Napster days, and I'm like,
Well,
oh
sure.
shit, this is happening. Bands better figure
Well,
out another way to make money off of what they're
think-
doing.
Yeah.
I forget who said it, but it
10
was
years since I've,
was Stephen Jobs that killed the music industry.
Yeah, for myself.
Yeah.
Stephen Jobs killed the music industry. So.
Well, he mentioned some of the more darker underlying tendencies of the internet, and I always said, even back in the '90s, when I realized
You talking about porn?
I was spending 20-some hours a day when I first found like computers that were hooked to the internet,
Right.
and just looking up everything I could get this is like 95, 96, and I would literally spend 20 hours a day doing something on an internet connected computer.
Right.
And then which led me to the conclusion that the internet is the Antichrist. It's something we all love, we all have to have, we're all, buddies with, and
Sure.
it ends up ruining you.
I can see a really good movie here.
Let's write it down. You got a piece of chalk? We're writing charcoal.
We're actually writing it down on the internet right now.
Yeah. I'm big in drawing with charcoal.
So Satan is your stenographer.
No, you think the music
Satan
industry-
is your stenographer?
Is it dead? Music industry dead?
In a way. In a way. As an industry, yeah. I mean, music's not dead, but pretty much that music industry that.
I mean,
That model.
Indie,
That
indie.
can't hear you.
Get on the mic! Get on the mic!
This is
Get on
basically
the mic, Jay!
phonics here.
Indie labels are bigger than they've ever been. There's more of them than there have been. It's putting
It's
the
true.
business out of the industry.
I think it's easier to put stuff. It's easier to put stuff out. But
Put the mic down, Jay.
probably it's probably less. It's probably a lot harder to make a comfortable living or like make it bazinga big on it.
Right.
But far easier to be like, I'm gonna release an album, see what happens. But I think in terms of becoming as successful as the Who were at their prime,
Hey, we're watching
probably gone.
the
Unless you're
Flaming
Taylor
Lips
Swift.
UFOs at the zoo. It's like a live concert from Oklahoma City, I think, their home area. On the what do you call this over here?
Television?
This,
The Atari
part of
Alcove.
this part of the room.
The Atari
at the
Alco.
Atari Alco.
Speaking of Oklahoma City, didn't they beat the Cavs last
It's a good live film, and it's a
With the
good
bombing?
concert film.
It is pretty. I wish we could hear it.
Well, you can borrow it, and watch it on the big speaker on the.
Can you make me a VCD?
I could probably do whatever you want with that right there.
Oh yeah.
Video cassette disc.
I could make it into a 12-minute film if you like.
What about if we just talked about what we played?
Okay, let's do that.
Did you say the OKC Bombers? Is that the basketball team's name?
It was before they all died. All right. All right.
Aren't they the Thunder?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Thunder.
The OKC Bombers. Wow. From downtown.
All right.
It took me too long to get there to really get all the way there.
All right. It's taking a turn. It's a turn for the worse.
We
here.
joined a pool.
That store was blown
We
away.
joined a pool
Yeah.
for the summer.
Oh, speaking of
That's why
summer.
my hair smells like chlorine.
Mike, I thought that store was blown way out of proportion.
Jokes. Everybody's got jokes.
Off mic jokes.
Off mic jokes.
Those are the best kind of joke. Off mic
Yeah.
jokes.
It's true.
Gosh, that's funny.
Started out with a little Buck Owens. I found a little stack I'd put aside a couple weeks ago for
You
some
played
reason.
that 2 weeks ago.
Did I?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
You hadn't put
There's
You don't remember
it
what
was.
you played.
This was tucked like back in a
You should
weird.
probably watch the show.
No. This was
On-
tucked back in
on
a
Ustream.
nowhere near all the records we played. It was back here in this corner,
I think you played it.
but I don't know why. I was.
Because I got a Buck Owens last week and noticed you had played that.
I don't know why I was in that. It was a weird. There's a few
I like the cover.
records over there that I kind of stashed away
Looks
for some reason.
mysterious. Has a mysterious
I
look.
don't think so.
fuck out.
No, we got a little mixed D going on.
Did you play this last week too?
See what they have shot.
Oh, I don't know about on the air.
Okay.
Maybe. This was dig of the week last week for sure. I picked it up last week.
Okay.
Crazy Word Arthur Brown, the original Shrinky Dinky. Yeah, it's a pretty good copy. It's fairly clean from what I could tell. Listened to one side off air and another side on the air this evening. Good time stuff from what I can tell. I like a good album. I'm glad I picked that up. It's good to enjoy music too if you put it on your record player. Morst. That's citrusy right there.
Okay.
Come across the room.
Okay.
Helps covers the cat smell up though.
Glade charges you money for that right there.
A plug-in.
Yeah.
It smells like your mouth.
Fuck a plug-in. Give me something with citrus in it. My ulcer will take care of the rest. The swinging sounds of Bill Doggett and his combo, which I love
You
that
thinking
term.
Jimmy Smith when you hear this? I don't know. I wasn't here.
Sort of, but almost funkier at times. It's called Oops. This is it's pretty early.
Is that like a Lowry he's playing? A Lowry swing machine, or what do they call this? No, that's an
Can't
old.
see it. This is a 2i Columbia, so that would have put it into what the. What era would that put that in?
60 or 61.
Yeah, something like that. But it's
What is it? What's it called?
It's old.
Give me the number.
Oops.
Monorail.
SRO.
It's a monorail copy, Jay.
What
That says monorail.
What's
right
the
there.
number right above it?
CS 8614.
Thank you.
But yeah,
I'll tell you about your record in just a.
um,
80 what?
oh,
8214?
oops.
No, Percy Faith.
Your Percy Faith. Oh, bust this up. This was the dig of the week a couple of weeks ago. A little 75-cent pickup, Goodwill. Bad Company, Run with the Pack. Love seeing the Swan Song label on there. You got it on the poster up there, the gentleman. Isn't that Swan Song guy?
Running with the pack. Probably can't see that.
Nope.
You can't. My poster for the show.
'Cause we
The
keep our-
18th of this month.
Because we keep our lettuce tight.
Yes, Jimmy Page produced this band.
Hard is.
It was his little child.
Good record.
What was the name of that Bill Doggett album?
Oops.
I'm sorry, what happened? Oops.
Oops.
You all right?
Yeah. Oops.
Swinging sounds of Bill Butthole and his combo.
His whole combo.
Threw out a little, not played this in a while. I was disappointed with this copy. It's pretty poppy for what I paid for it. I should have went back over there and shoved it down their stupid balding faces, but I didn't. I just
What? Where's that from?
certain record store that
1962, Bill Doggett.
that's pretty close. Joe Tex, Live and Lively. I'm just disappointed in the condition of this, and this should have been a $1 record.
Is
for all
that
the-
Joe Tex and the Sexalettes? Because he did some stuff with a group called the Sexalettes. This is probably earlier than that.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know it's a live gentleman.
Not your style?
No, it's great. It's too poppy for what I paid for it.
Oh.
Now I've got one.
Yeah, I don't like when people sell records like that.
Yeah, I've got some Joe Tex that's a little funkier than this, and then even a little further borderline disco. But this is, to me, the quintessential Joe Tex.
The
is this album.
Sexalettes is very disco.
Okay, maybe that I may have one of those then. Jay put this record album on. Jay, won't you tell us about this record album? Because it was Ronnie Wood's birthday.
Yeah, it was 2 Rolling Stones.
Microphone.
See there?
Hey, I got to say to one of my viewers that I'm on my phone because there's this information on here. I'm not like chatting with somebody.
Chip chat.
This is part.
He's having an
this is
affair.
part- This is actually part of the show.
Sorry, Steve.
It's how I engage. This is like you see like anchors. They have their little iPads or
They do.
they're looking at prompters. So okay, you want to put a prompter in here? Then okay, let's go with that.
What do anchors use their iPads for?
Prompters.
Seriously?
The rundown,
Oh,
the scripts that are in there,
it's what the
what's coming up.
So if the
They need
prompter
to know.
goes down, they
they
can
need to
just
know what's
zip,
coming
zip,
up.
zap on their iPads.
so it's not like ESPN.com.
They also need to know where they're gonna be in the studio. They're gonna be here, then they're gonna walk over there, and then they're gonna have to walk over there.
Yeah, they don't know that. They have to wait for somebody to take them.
Wow.
Does that take the place of a pen for the old school people?
Takes the place of a maxi pad.
No, that's
All right.
serious question.
Where'd that go to?
Don't worry about it.
Wasn't that something you had?
Yeah,
Or are you just
don't
ripped
worry
it? Okay. Pulled out a little. Oh man, I've been craving this band for a week or two. I think we played one not too long ago.
Ken
Soft,
Craven?
Soft Machine 7. This is one I picked up when we went up to Asheville.
It's a good record.
73 on CBS. Fantastic. I really enjoyed playing this. It's very,
Fantastic.
very fantastic. Fantastic. And good stuff. It's not the best Soft Machine, but it's up there.
No, that's good.
I may like it better than 5 and 6. I think 7 comes a little stronger, to be honest. I think the first few are the best, but then I think there's a hole in the middle where it's a little weak to me. Not weak compared to other bands, I'm sure. Just when you're comparing it to their own catalog of music work. These things are growling over
Sounded like
there.
there was a helicopter in the hallway.
Jay busted this mug out because it's got my favorite Deep Purple song on it. That's is that Child in Time is the one we played?
Child of Time or Child
in Time.
Child in Time.
But that second part, I first heard that. True Confessions here. First heard that, and
A lot of movies have an effect on this show.
oh yeah, the movie Twister.
Twister.
There's this scene where they go to, and it's part way through that song where they go
The bolero.
The bolero part. Bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, when I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, I was in high school, and I'm like, what the shit is that? I want that music. And couldn't find it, mostly because that's, a ways into the song. So if you just put a song on and be like, no, that's not it. I had people tell me it was Queen. I had people tell all this different stuff. And then finally somebody was like, no, man, that's Deep Purple. And I'm like, oh. So I went and found it, and it's been my favorite Deep Purple song ever since.
Ever since.
You came over and started doing
Great
some
band.
one-offs.
That almost Deep Purple
It
probably
it
did
Rick-
not get as much credit as they deserve.
Probably
I
not.
never really given a listen to well.
A lot of people overlook and think Smoke on the Water and
Purpose.
whatever, and that song from the video games, is it Space Trucking? Nobody gonna drop my car, gonna move the
You know who I remember hearing mentioning them as a
Highway Star, thank
influence?
you. What?
Silverchair. I remember it
Oh,
said
yeah.
Deep Purple is a big influence. And I'm like,
Wolf Mother.
Wolf Mother.
That's Led Zeppelin.
fucking year? Is anybody else here?
Okay,
this?
so
What year is
so
this?
then I decided I wanted to one-off some stuff because that's what I like to do, and I want to get a one-off session in before the show starts.
Oh.
So I don't remember what I played, but it was on this record.
Yeah, it was.
It was on this record.
That's why we
I
put
think
them in
it was
order.
Let the World Turn, or Where Do We Go From Here? Anyway, that one, that's that long one. It's like boom, 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 boom. Has that really long ending on it. Death, great documentary. It's called A Band Called Death. The album's called For the Whole World to See. It was like 2008, 2009 issue, I think.
Yeah.
Then I put this 45 on. That was what was in the shrink wrap.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'd never heard this. I picked
sticker.
it up before the album came out. It's a single. Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals.
Is that the freebie?
No, it was like $2, but you get $2 off the album, which I'm not going to buy the album, I don't think. But it was actually pretty good. It's called.
What?
The song was a B-side called "Why Am I Treated So Bad."
That was a good song.
And it had a really cool singer on there besides Ben. Ben Harper was. There's someone else was on there, I think. It was pretty cool.
Could it have been Nipsey Russell?
It might have been Ben Harper for all I know. Then it was obscured by clouds.
There was a reason you played this.
Yeah,
right?
this album came out on this day, back in the day, '69 maybe. When we heard Childhood's End, which is a great David Gilmour jam. It reminds me of his solo work,
Yeah.
at least his first album,
Yeah.
which I'm very fond of. We went from that to the Meters. This is an original Josie. This is probably the greatest gift I ever got in the album world from a friend of mine. And I think we heard Cordova, if I'm not mistaken.
You want to know what my greatest gift was ever, Steve? Salvation.
Okay.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Exactly.
God damn it.
No. From there we did a little Bowie action, and I really love this album. I know it's all covers, pinups,
Yeah.
and we heard "Where Have All the Good
Great.
Times Gone," the Kinks cover. It's a really nice version. I love that little guitar. It's like kind of corny,
I'm not
kind of
familiar
like
with that.
from a circus kind of, but it's still really cool. From that we went to some Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique, one of the greatest like gatefolds ever, and it
That is
goes
awesome.
it goes on and on. It's on the other side too. If you're interested, for one record, that's a big gatefold.
Money Bacon.
And I think we heard "Shake Your Rump" or something about your rump. What the fuck was
That
it?
song about Kim.
Song about your rump.
It's the joint.
Violent Femmes, their debut album.
You had this from back in the
It's
day?
the one with the hit on it. I don't think so.
No?
I don't. Maybe. No, I had the Hollow Ground from back in the day, but not this one. Brian Ritchie's the reason I love this band. He's the bass player. Plays like an acoustic bass. And it's just always
Very
like,
weird sound. Yeah,
always
it's-
moving.
It's different.
We heard "Add It Up," by the way. Day after day.
Oh shit! Somebody said Muhammad Ali died.
Wait, what?
It's good for him.
Muhammad Ali died.
He was on life
Hand
support.
that over here.
You don't talk about that on the air? You breaking news, Mike?
Is this a
Man.
Nipsey Russell story?
No. This is coming
just
off the
in.
wire right now.
Is this a shameless plug? Shameless unplug?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call. Yeah, we have breaking news. It looks like Muhammad Ali has passed away.
Okay.
That's what we're getting here. If you've got something different, you let us know. Jerry, go on and bring that in
We
here.
don't have any Muhammad Ali records.
This is great condition.
One of my viewers is sexting to me right now.
Close to death.
Passes away at 74.
Still saying
ABC
close to death. I don't
ABC
know.
News is
Hold on.
confirmed.
Hold on.
ABC News is
Where
confirmed.
are you going to get your information?
Yes.
Jay's-
ABC News is confirmed.
Jay saying ABC News
I
is
think the
confirmed.
show needs to go on.
All right. Keep going, dude.
No,
You're
Steve,
one off
no,
it.
no.
You're in the middle of my set.
Don't do it,
This is
Steve.
in the middle of my set.
Don't do it, Steve.
You know, my dad also had Parkinson's.
Well, he died of...
Finn's cousin's last name is Parkerson.
No,
Well, I know
he,
close.
he died from
Good job,
Parkinson's.
Bev. You're right.
Yeah, he fell and hit his head, but he died from fucking
Oh.
Parkinson's.
Finn's cousin's last name is Parkerson. That's close.
Parkinson. Okay.
Super close, yeah.
What do you know
So,
about that?
Not a disease.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Mike, it could have been totally clever.
You reported it before ESPN, Mike. Good job.
If he's actually dead. But
We should do a POP.
Let's
No,
do it.
ABC
He'll be
News said he
down,
was.
but the only confirmation I could find was shit on Twitter, but
Cassius Clay,
I
Muhammad Ali.
Wikipedia says he's dead.
Stand
He
by.
must be dead.
Record night.
Jay's confirming Wikipedia has already got him listed as
Sources,
dead.
just back up your sources. Well, next we played the Jimmy Castor Bunch Phase 2. This looks like a disco record, but it's really not.
I don't have that one.
Hey Leroy! We listened to Hey Leroy, and it's a nice jam, and it's a long song, and it was a good song, and I liked it, so we listened to it. But of course, from there you had to go to Motorhead, so why not?
Yeah.
We listened to like half of that record, or
You know, I've never seen a Motorhead record in a store.
and this was a 2014 reissue that I got at a store where you never see 2014 reissues,
Oh, that's right.
over at Ronaldo Village. But you can, if any of you viewers, please, if any of you viewers want to buy a record store, I know a guy who wants to sell his records.
The whole thing.
He has a lot of good records.
Does he have a restroom? Would he sell the restroom as part of it?
He used to have a booth that
Yeah.
that was in the restaurant that Buddy Holly was scheduled to play in.
That's right.
He had one of those booths. Booths.
Booths.
It smells like soap.
Yep, too much.
What is that? You doing some laundry or something?
Too much. Way too much.
I just have to go back and I'm just looking at you guys and spraying. Like, I should probably have stopped 14 squirts.
And that was the end of my set. I was so happy to
Oh,
play
yeah, then-
some good songs.
You know, this is a good way to get into Dig of the Week.
Well, let's do that.
Because what we played was the completion of a trade I've made with Jay here. Last Weekerson traded him up a dupe copy I had of Umaguma. It's actually the one I bought and received some as VCLT, so I traded Jay that for the only thing I have for Dig of the Week this week, actually. And it's a twofer. Beach Boys, Smiley Smile, which is from '67, and Friends, which I knew relatively nothing about. You said you wasn't as familiar either.
Not at all.
Brzezinski had told us, Chris from Dixieland Farm, that he preferred Friends to Smiley Smile. I don't know, I've just listened to one side of Friends. I'm still pretty partial to Smiley Smile, but very cool to pick this up.
I think Chris also likes Debbie Reynolds a lot.
I think he does as well. Debbie Reynolds.
Well, you might lean towards the Friends album. It's a little
you're
more.
comparing.
It's a little more like that era of.
I just can't place who that is. Never know. Wait.
She's Princess Leia's mom.
Right. Right. You're right.
Drove her to drink.
Wasn't she a dancer?
She was a dancer and a singer and an entertainer and into movies.
Broadway type.
It's one of those like Anne Margaret types that can do a lot of stuff because you had to back then. You're a tough girl.
Yeah. See,
Are you an entertainer?
Guys talking like
Why am I
A
talking
leggy.
to
You got to be a leggy girl back then.
Yeah, and hippie.
Hippie maybe, but leggy for
Leggy,
sure.
yeah. All right, that's all I had for Dig of the Week. So I was stoked to complete
are we
that
done with
trade.
Dig of the? No, I haven't even done anything.
No, you've not done anything.
Well, I'll start Dig of the Week with
Jay's got something too.
my portion of Dig of the Week. With after I left here Saturday, I had to go get some breakfast for the family. I went to get the local bagel shop, and I noticed there were, of course, this. I will say this right now. This is the season for yard sales. If you
true.
can get your butt up on at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m.
What was the shit about that 7 Mile one? What is that about?
Well,
Something different. You tell me.
yeah, but anyway, so I was going to get breakfast and I just followed a few signs and hit a few. Really cool. Somebody was selling a lithograph, I think, of the Pink Floyd. You know that art where it's like it's like 4 or 5 ladies. You can see their butts and they're all back to back to back to back.
Oh, yeah.
They're all album covers painted on their backs.
Yeah.
The guy had a really nice one. It had like Pink Floyd like corners. It was very. You could tell it was authentic. Whatever. It was huge.
Bob
It was
Timberlake.
probably as big as that. That Pink Floyd, the wall poster. He's got a really big, probably 5 foot by 4 foot wall poster.
That me and Cameron got our freshman year of college.
But anyway, a little further down the
1925.
road, I met this guy. He had an old like Fender styled Telecaster he had kind of built and he had it out there plugged in, and he was having a yard sale, and he had a bunch of records, tons of really cool records, and I picked up a few there. I was I ended up disappointed in most of them, though, and mainly because of condition. Because I really got my hopes up. This one, the first one, this is Ray Charles in person, Atlantic. It's like 1960 maybe, but it's the sad thing about this. It's in great shape, but the recording was actually made in Atlanta at a stadium, and it's like the microphones. The microphones out in the crowd. You can barely hear like the organ play and the keys, and you're like, what the hell's going on? This is terrible. I mean, the recording was just terrible.
What label was that, Alan?
Atlantic.
Weird.
Yeah. I picked up another Sandy Nelson record.
Oh, yeah,
I've got
nice.
Let There Be Drums and another one. I can't remember the name of it. But this is like it's a compilation called Drums and More Drums. It's probably got some stuff from Let There Be Drums. In fact, I think, yeah, it's on there. So
I've never seen that one. That's good.
The Jefferson Airplane.
I got it.
I think you do. Yours might be in better shape than this. Noisy, unfortunately. A couple more noisy ones I'll show you in a second, but this is actually probably the best dig of all of them of the yard sale. Was this Faces?
Oh wow!
Not as good as a Wink to a Blind Horse.
I like that.
It's probably their best album. It's got Stay With Me. Stay with me.
Yeah.
For tonight you're gonna stay. Yeah, I used to think it was like a Rod Stewart solo record, and I thought he's got such a good backup band. But no, it's the Faces. It's Faces. It's Ron Wood, Ronnie Lane, and Kenny Jones on drums from The Who.
Yeah.
It was Ron Wood's birthday this week, by the way.
This one really disappointed me because it's in really good. It's in really good shape. It's Go Now, the Moody Blues #1. It's their first album. It's from 1965.
I don't have that one.
This is probably a reissue, but it's in original shrink wrap. The problem with it is it's cracked. It's totally split.
Oh no.
Like you can do this and it like separates.
What label?
But it was playing fine, but then I realized there's something wrong with
Is
this.
that a pie thing?
London
Or,
Records.
Weren't they on Durham?
They were London.
London.
Most of the time. Last but not least, from the yard sale, I got a mono press of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Wow, I don't know that at all.
I don't have Sgt. Pepper's. Unfortunately, it's pretty damn noisy.
Really?
But it's I don't know if, you know.
That's how my Let It Be is.
But I don't have this record, so I needed this record. It was only I paid $2 for it. I mean, I paid $2 for it. So it's probably worth more than that. But I won't play it because I probably just should go out and buy the reissue that came out in 2014.
Yeah.
From there, I stopped off in Greensboro.
Okay.
Because after I shot with you,
Yeah.
thought I'd go to Hippo, because I don't get to go to Hippo very often.
You were near a couple of decent Goodwills, but
I checked them out.
Okay.
And the Salvation Army. I got this Warm Leather Red album. It's Grace Jones. Not realizing I already have this album. But this is her best album, in my opinion. It's got a lot of really cool songs.
Jay doesn't like Grace Jones.
Well, I don't. It's okay.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't get me
But it was cheap. It was only like $2 or $3.
Oh, I love Grace.
Okay, now this one though, this one we played the hell out of in college. This is Trio. It's like self-titled. I want to say 81 or 82. It's got the song Da Da Da, which you might remember from a Volkswagen commercial.
Yeah.
It's like a Casio drum machine.
That's where I know 'em
These
from.
guys are real simple. But it is what it is. It's
Off Deutschland?
Sure, it's made in Germany. It's on Mercury Records.
Shocked and often.
And another one I got there is the David Gilmour
Oh, yeah.
debut album. You have this, don't you?
I do.
This is a really good. I got a really good copy of
My
it.
mom is a big fan of this
And
album.
it's a great album. By far his best solo album.
Yeah. I like his later stuff too, but it stayed. I mean, you can tell it's a progression from the Division Bell type stuff. you
Yeah,
know.
I got two more.
Like that.
This one, Jake asked me last week if I was going to Underdog to pick up this record for him. This is the Kiss Paul Stanley solo album.
Tell us about this, Jay. What do you think?
Jay?
I think it's not a very good album, but
it completes your collection, right?
Except for music from the Elder.
So you're not a big
have the
fan
Elder?
of this album. You just wanted
No,
to.
Oh, I've come across the Elder a few times.
Yeah, but it's like 20
No.
plus. If you
Oh.
if you see it for less, then
Yeah.
you get it. No, this record isn't very good, but for $6,
So,
it kind of.
Would you, if you ranked you're gonna put Ace Frehley number 1.
Yes.
What's number 2?
Either this or Gene Simmons, probably. They probably.
So if this one sucks, the Gene Simmons and Peter Crispin's really
Peter
suck.
Crispin's
I'm not gonna lie.
horrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Last but not least, so that drove me to Underdog just to get that, because I wasn't going to buy any more records. I spent too much money. Because I will say, while I was in Hippo, I had my hands on David Bowie's Lodger album. And that would have completed my Berlin trilogy. Those 3
yeah.
albums, that's the last one.
The drug albums.
Well, the Brian Eno albums.
Yeah.
And I should have bought it, but it was like $36.
Did you see that Brian Eno there?
No.
You tell you that.
Hippo?
No, never mind.
No.
MK.
No. So I had the Lodger, but I was like, well, instead I bought these 3 or 4 records instead. So while I was in Underdog, he had this Brian Eno record.
Oh my God.
This is Ambient 4. Really cool record.
One of the first.
It's like the last of that Ambient series.
It's one-
Your jeans.
It's one of the
1982. This is the EG edition.
one of the first ambient albums I probably ever heard.
I like the back.
Yeah, on the back it shows you where to put your speakers.
That's
a nice
awesome.
diagram.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah. So really cool. I think Bill Laswell plays on here.
Oh, probably
On
so.
on one of
yeah.
these.
Yeah, I know I know he's done some work with them. I'm not sure. Oh, I love Bill Laswell, but boy, and that wasn't.
Musicians: Michael Beinhorn, Alex Gross, Bill Laswell, John Hassell, Michael Brook, Dan Lanios,
What?
the Frogs,
Is the Frogs?
some real frogs.
I
Probably.
don't know any.
Do you see Clay Aiken on there at all?
What?
Or
Clay Aiken.
Get off your knees, you blew the game.
all right, tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back with a So to Speak and Chip Chat,
Let's do that.
and it's gonna be a good time. So man, we hate to leave this segment with some breaking news, but we're
This show's possum free, by the way.
all the
So
way.
far.
Possum free,
We are
which means any possum gets in for free.
reporting tonight, courtesy ABC News.
God damn it.
Muhammad Ali has passed away. We'll be right back. on Grown Men
We should
Record
play
Night.
some boxing music.
Only like 90 years.
There's a secret.
Where's the secret?
The secret's at your fingertips. It's Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. How do we make the meal you can't make at home? What makes our fish fillets so crunchy? Are chips like French fries outside and baked inside? We'll never tell. There's a secret here tonight. Real good secret here tonight. Clap your hands and smack your lips for Arthur Treacher's original fish and chips.
Problem page. I've got problem perspiration. The hotter it gets, the wetter I get. I spend all summer bathing in perspiration.
Dear dripping wet, take my advice and use Mitchum. It's one product specially made for problem perspiration. You'll be surprised how effective it is.
Dear problem page, Mitchum's changed my life. I can't believe it. I'm a new person.
For problem perspiration.
Hey, this Christmas party is getting a little too quiet. I think it's time we liven it up with my favorite Christmas gift, Mr. Microphone. Hey, what's that? Well, you set the dial on your FM radio and testing. I'm on the radio.
These kids are having a fabulous time with Mr. Microphone, the cordless microphone that actually puts your voice on the radio. There are no attaching wires, so you're free to move around. Broadcast over any FM car radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsing.
I got one.
I got one.
I got one.
I got one. I got one. I got one. I got a Mr. Microphone and I love it.
It's practice. practical, and great fun for the whole family. Only $17.88. Mr. Microphone. Buy 2 or 3. They really make great Christmas gifts.
At Woolco, Walgreens, Gamble's, Roscoe, Pomita, Promart, Davis, OK, and City Markets.
改变只需一颗俏比洗衣溶珠，俏比全国招商热线400-800-5086。
All right, welcome back.
What was that? What was that?
You may have noticed the last commercial of the series had a few racial overtones that have been brought to our attention, and that, of course, does not necessarily represent the views of us here at Grown Man Record Night. Just an entertaining piece of videotape to show you out of our server room that we load up all of the commercial albums.
Hey, on our news app, it just popped in. Boxing legend Muhammad Ali is dead.
Yeah?
Our news app.
We beat it. We broke the news
We
before.
beat it by like 15 minutes.
At least. Oh. This might be the greatest day of my life. All right. Thanks for staying with us here, folks, and having a good time on Friday night.
You saw it first.
Man, that's, well, we really got up on that business, didn't we?
This is going to take off like Twitter. This shit's going to take off like Twitter.
Or like Twister.
Ugh.
All right. Let's get to a soda speak. Now, you brought this soda over here earlier this evening.
We did Rocket Fizz sodas for a few weeks now. We're doing one more. We've got one more left after this.
This is Rocket Fizz as well?
This is one of those Rocket Fizz sodas. I got it from Marietta, Georgia. This is Rosa's Arroz con Leche. Dos Amigos. Sabor Grande. Sabor Grande.
Yeah.
Sweet rice soda.
Sweet rice soda. So this
Sweet rice soda.
This is a Mexican thing?
Probably so. You know, my dad used to eat, they were poor.
Yeah.
He used to eat rice and pour milk on it and eat it like cereal.
Yeah.
Put some sugar on it.
My mom my mom always put sugar in rice growing up. And also, I'll tell you this.
Still put sugar in Chex.
What? Whoa! That's the most interesting, weird. I thought I was about to swallow a cream soda flavor.
Then it turns
that really tastes like rice.
Then it turns into detergent right before.
No, but it's not bad. It's just so different.
That is different. Wow.
It really tastes like rice.
It's a risk.
Like rice water, maybe, but it's sweet rice water.
You know, the gentleman
that would make it rice soda.
The gentleman we worked with earlier in the week, I was like, I was saying, because we have similar, I was like, one of our favorite, like breakfast quick stop things.
If you had a gong when you drank that.
I do have if I have a gong, Steve? Yeah. Gee, where would I put a gong if I had one?
On the wall.
Ew!
So I think when you drink this rice soda,
now who's racist?
See, the flavor really comes out.
Yeah. Just like in.
Watch out for the nail.
No. Oh, okay.
I like to leave the nail in.
All right.
Just like in Bloodsport.
You know how many times my dad beat me because of this growing? I had this growing up. I got it at a flea market when I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
Okay, John Coltrane.
And I would keep doing it. My dad would be like, "You do it one more time, you see what happens. You do it. Yep, and then I would do that. I would run across the room and hitting it over and over again, and then lose everything forever.
How'd you have this thing in here like that?
Well, just a little gravitas.
Probably. So let's do a chip chat.
Yeah, man.
I think we've done.
Anything
it.
else? No, before that.
So
before
would
that.
you recommend that soda?
No.
I don't know if
I like
would.
the fact that it's different, but I don't think that it's that good.
If you really want to just try funky, weird things,
yeah,
try the
it's definitely different.
arroz con leche.
It's not bad.
Or why don't you just go try real arroz con leche and tell me what you think.
But what I was going to say is, the gentleman we worked with earlier in the week, I was talking like, what's my favorite breakfast? And I'm like, well, my quick stop is like a plain cake donut and black coffee. And his is the same thing. But he's like, no, my real favorite breakfast is rice and tea. And I imagine he's talking about hot tea. Hot tea,
white rice,
and white rice, and I'm like, oh, that sounds.
I've grown a taste for brown rice now.
But I was like, that's like is that European? And he started laughing. He's like, no, I moved out on my own when I was 16. That's all I could afford: tea and rice. So that's what he had for breakfast. Like, wow.
So he has an affinity to it.
Yeah. So he still likes to go back and have a little tea, a little rice for breakfast. Anyhow, we're gonna get into a little chip chat. All right. What's happening?
Gotta clear my throat.
Yeah. Now these chips here have been here for a long time. You brought these over, right?
Yeah, we keep passing on them. I think we've done some other Schlotsky's chips. These are the salt and vinegar, which I always get the salt and vinegar.
I like,
but I don't always eat my chips, so I didn't eat them.
Where the hell is there a Schlotsky's?
There's a Schlotsky's in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
There was a Schlotsky's in Greensboro. There was one in Winston. They all closed their doors because it was poorly managed in the region. They're making their comeback, and we've been told they're going to put another Schlotsky's in this market.
I knew a very nice girl that worked at Schlotsky's. She was about 37% retarded.
So these are the salt and vinegar. These might be stale. The date on them, it's best by February 2016. We'll tell you Schlotsky's are good 4 months after they should be.
You're so stale.
Oh, they're fine. They're fine.
Very vinegary.
I'll say this. When I worked for Frito-Lay, I drove a truck. And
that's a good chip.
We always had to pick up stales. It is a little stale.
Yeah, it is a little stale.
On the south end, it tastes like a Charles chip. But I would keep a whole cabinet in our apartment stocked with every division of Frito-Lay product that we had, but they were all stale. They're all throwaway.
An apartment like on Seinfeld. They live in apartments there.
Because those chips will last another 2 months probably. But we had the grandma's cookies and the peanuts and the chips and the whatevers and the...
I love that stuff.
Oh, of course you do. That's why
You're so stale.
That's why you have a show based on it.
You probably think this chip is in date. You're so stale.
These are stale. I'm just going to suck the salt and vinegar off.
They're good, though. They're a little floppy, and they got a little more potato taste than I think they would have.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Schlotsky's out of Texas, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
That sandwich they make is like a... is that a Texas sandwich? The sourdough bread. And
Nate came strong with it.
Might be a New Orleans.
Them titties ain't retarded. The best line on Grown Man Record Night ever. I'll go down in history. Unless you can count Carl drinking out of a 2-liter as a line, because that's the best ever.
I'm going to Carl that.
It's not a microphone, Jared. All right. Thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. We've had a blast this evening. Talking about record albums and potato chips, soda pops that we didn't necessarily care for as much. And we've had a blast. Steve came over to play some one-offs. We drank some Corvette Summers. And it was cool.
I haven't drank any beer tonight.
No, I've not. I've had one beer before that. And yeah, it's a good time, man.
I do know if you're going to start drinking beer, that you should go to a Corona or just like a Mexican beer of your choice.
Yeah.
Which really Mexican beers are really German beers.
This is going to be a Trump thing going on here.
No.
Or a NAFTA thing.
No. We should play the wall, though.
I got the wall over there.
Trump thing.
Oh.
You get it?
Oh, yeah. Wall.
Oh, yeah.
No? Hey. All right. Thanks for joining us, Growman Record Night. We'll be back next week. Always be sure to keep up with us on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page, where we talk about.
Hey, I got my own 30-minute set. I'm gonna play at the Fellowship at a coffee house on a Friday night. In a few weeks.
Record set or acoustic set?
Acoustic set.
Oh, cool.
I asked my bass player Andy from Leadneck to join me, so we're just gonna play whatever I want to play. Probably like Leonard Cohen and shit like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe a little Seals and Crofts or something.
Yeah.
Summer breeze.
Girl, I've been waiting. All right. Thanks for joining us, Growing Record Night. Catch us next week live or hit us up on the YouTubes. Thanks for joining us.
I'm all out of love.
We'll see you next time.
So lost without you.